Hi guys, welcome to A Cumbrian Lad Outdoors and welcome to today's video. Today we parked up just past Thirlmere. If you look closely in the background there, that's Helm Crag, also known as the Lion and the Lamb. Today I'm joined by an old pal, Geordie Paul. Me and Paul did do a camp last week. We were in my woods because we hadn't spoken for the best part of 10, 12 years,
12 years
something like that. So we got back in touch. We had a nice woodland camp. I'm not going to lie, things did get a bit messy. One or two too many beers were consumed, but I have got about 8 minutes worth of footage. So if you want me to put that up, just let me know in the comments. So we are heading up to the Grisedale Tarn area. As we're walking up, we've got Seat Sandal to the right of us and Dollywagon Pike to the left of us. So we've got three options for camps. Paul's not done any walking for a few years, so we wanted plenty of options, so we didn't get stuck. So we're going to be camping at one of those three areas. Obviously you guys will know which one by now by the title of the video. So what we're going to do is we're just going to crack on and I'll bring you back along the way. We have ascended just a little bit and we are going to lose sight of the Lion and the Lamb briefly, so there's a wee close-up for you. Just below us is the road. Geordie Paul and myself have got a sweat on already. But yeah, we're just basically walking up between Seat Sandal to our right and Dollywagon Pike to our left, just following this wall. We are gaining elevation quickly now and we're walking right beside this lovely river. Quite low given the time of year really. I would expect it to be flowing a lot quicker and a lot more full. Yeah, I reckon we're maybe approaching halfway to the Tarn now. So myself and Paul's up there, we're just having our first break. It is quite steep and rocky. We're not so much out of breath, but it is quite warm today, 16 Celsius, and we are sweating quite a bit. So you can see just beside Paul there, we've got a lovely little waterfall. So we're just taking the opportunity to take in the views and cool down a wee bit. It's a lovely little waterfall. Like I say, I would have expected it to be flowing a bit heavier, but still quite pretty nevertheless. How are you feeling, Paul? Yes, I. Looks like during the heavy rain that we've had recently, that's turned into a little bit of a waterfall as well. Just where I'm stood, you can see the water's been right up here. It's all been washed away rather than following the main path of the river. We do have another lovely little waterfall here. Paul's just walked on ahead and we're both kind of hoping that once we get past them two rocks either side of the waterfall here, we'll not be too far away from the Tarn and we'll see where the day takes us. That last bit was a little bit of a false summit. We've just got the views of the mountains that have been behind us most of the way and we have just got to the Tarn. Paul's breathing out of his backside, as am I. But yeah, we've reached the Tarn.
Happy days.
Happy days. Look at that, beautiful. So we've got Dollywagon Pike above us, and I think that is Seat Sandal just up there. We're just going to have a wander to the other side of the Tarn just to see what the views are like from the other side. We might get a view down the Fairfield Horseshoe. It looks like we're just going to be camping at the Tarn tonight. We're going to have a wander around for a pitch and see what we can find. We are about halfway walking around the Tarn now, and it's beautiful all around us. One of those camps where it feels like you're getting a hug off the mountains. We've got the Fairfield Horseshoe, and I'm really hoping once we get to the far end we've got some cracking views down the valley. That's us at the other end of the Tarn. Absolutely stunning up here. It really is. Looks like we've got some company for the night just down there. I don't think we would have made the top at Dollywagon or Seat Sandal, to be honest, but the views are starting to open up just down the other side there. I've just had a little bit of a walk further along, and yeah, the views down the valley are pretty cool. There are the looming face of Dollywagon Pike there. I love it here. Beautiful. Paul's found his pitch for the night over there. I think there's maybe just room for one there. There's a few either side of him, but nice little bits potential camp pitches just down here. I've had a little bit of a scout about, and I think I've found my pitch right here, looking right down the valley. As I say, you can just and so see what I think is Thirlmere, the end of Thirlmere, and we might get the sunset if there is one. See, the sun's just over there, so should make for a good time lapse that. So really happy with this. So I'm going to knock the camera off, have a beer and get set up. We've been sat here chilling for about 45 minutes an hour now. Paul has joined me over here. It's definitely better pitches where I've decided to pitch. It is starting to spit a little bit, so we are thinking about getting the tents up. But we've just had a little bit of a look at the map and reorientated ourselves, so I'm just going to show you around because I got some of the names wrong before. Looking down the way, that is actually the very end of Ullswater, Glenriddin End, that you can see. Just above us here, that is actually Fairfield Peak, and that over there is Seat Sandal, and I was correct with Dollywagon Pike. Paul's just had his sell of coffee and just getting himself ready to get set up, and that's where I'm going to be pitching for the night there. And that's going to be the view out of my tent. Lovely. We're all set up. Paul's just gone for a wander to have a look down the valley, taking the views in. Just been sat chilling for a bit. Paul is in the Van Gogh Banshee 300. He's on an Alp Kit sleeping mat. He's also got the Leviathan. And he's looking fairly cosy in there. It's a big old tent, the Banshee, like. He'll be very cosy in there tonight, I reckon. Once again, I'm in my usual setup. Scarp 1, climate insulated static V with the Leviathan, and my OEX solar cook set. Got beans and sausages for breakfast, but we're trying out a new meal tonight, one I've wanted to try for a good while now, which is a real termat beef and potato. I chose this time. A little bit expensive at $10.99, but I have had a little try on one of these before and they are very tasty. So looking forward to trying that. And of course, we've got the obligatory beers. Tactical duck keeping guard. If you know, you know. Time to sit and have a beer and get some food on. I will bring you back for the food this time. I think I'm going to really like this. I'm looking forward to trying it. So I want to let you guys know what I think, even though it's expensive. If it's good, it's worth taking. So yeah, I'm going to get the food on and crack a beer. We'll see you soon. Right guys, real termat beef and potato. Like I say, I've had a little taste of one before. They are a bit expensive, but I've been really looking forward to trying it. It's filled out really well. Plenty of potato in there. For a dehydrated meal, there's some pretty big chunks of meat. So let's give it a whirl. Oh, that is really good. I would actually say it's slightly better than the expedition food as well, which I really rate. Obviously, slightly more expensive, but the potato tastes like potato. Some of them just taste really bland, but this is full of flavour. Oh. That is good. I'm not joking you. And everything's rehydrated properly as well. Some of the ones that I've had in the past, not everything's rehydrated, but Yeah, I think I found myself a new favourite, I really do. That's the best dehydrated meal I've ever had. No joke. Well, that's the real turmap beef and potato gone rapidly. That was delicious. Absolutely my new favourite, without a doubt. So this is Paul's first dehydrated meal.
Got to say, it is very nice.
It's the Seated Summit beef stew and potatoes. You're quite impressed, aren't you?
I am, mate, for $6.99, and it tastes good. It's a bit peppery, but
which is not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing, but it is so filling. I mean, I'm struggling, like, but it is lush.
Yeah.
Honest to God, it is lush, like.
Well, that's food done and dusted for the evening, and I feel so much better. Me and Paul are just going to chill, have a beer, take the views in, and generally just chill out, which is what it's all about. Hopefully I'll be able to get you a decent time lapse. We've got some lovely clouds down the valley there. We won't see the sunset from here, but beautiful nevertheless.
Deep within, here we go, but somehow I'm caught in the middle. Is this the end before we've even begun? Should I work against the flow? A drop in the ocean so endless, reaching for our moments miles above. I just need one, diving in to all this endless space, falling stars, but still I see you. Sweet escape, a lovely start, but letting go's the hardest part. Swimming in this deep, deep blue. Hold my breath, looking up. Life moves in waves that keeps changing. Catch a glimpse of what was you and me. It's gone again, sinking in, back on the shore. One foot in front of the other. Close my eyes and feel you hold my hand just like you used to back then. These hopes dance high like sparks before they go out. But in that second, you're still mine. Diving in to all this endless space, falling stars, but still I see you. Sweet escape, a lovely start, but letting go's the hardest part. Swimming in this deep, deep blue. I know I'm floating on this dream, but soon comes morning. For now I'll embrace our wondrous sea. Diving in to all this endless space, falling stars, but still I see you. Sweet escape, a lovely start, but letting go's the hardest part. Swimming in this deep, deep blue. I'm diving in.
Well, good morning everyone. Wow, that's got to be one of the best sleeps I've ever had on a camp. It's 5:05 in the morning now. I haven't even woke up once through the night. Slept right through. The bag's under my eyes, like. But yeah, I slept really well. So definitely time to get up, get some breakfast and a coffee on, I think. Yeah, what a canny wee pitch for the night. Got a sunrise going on. Can't quite see the sun, but some lovely colours in the sky. Beautiful. What a good night's sleep as well. Like I say, that's one of the best I've had for a while. Could be with sleeping next to the sound of the water. I think I always like that. So a few tents around. That was must have been a really late pitch, that one. Wow. This is why we do it. Yeah, love it. Right, breakfast time. That's breakfast on the go. Wayfarers, sausage and beans. Make a start tearing down soon. Paul's tearing down, he's getting his cell ready to go. Breakfast with a beautiful sunrise. Can't beat it. That's us all packed up and ready to go home. Just stood here looking at the sunset starting to come over the mountain now, and we've got some lovely clouds just popping over, so I'll give you a final look around. That's Paul's bag ready to go. That's where Paul's tent was. My tent was just over there. There's my rucksack and my rubbish bag ready to go. So as always, we've left no trace. Look at that. Just starting to peak up with them lovely clouds rolling over the top, and a beautiful view down the valley. Love it. Thank you very much for clicking on the video. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as Paul and myself have. So until next time, take care. Much love from a Cumbrian lad.